Someone might be leaving Sentinels again, and it's probably not who you expect. In this video, we'll dive into the possibility of another departure from the Sentinels roster. I know it seems early to call, but there are so many signs that we just can't ignore. Who could it be? We'll dig into the clues and see if there's any truth behind them. And if there is, we'll try to figure out who's on their way out, so don't go anywhere. Let's start with the most improbable suspects, that is, Narrate and Bang. These guys just signed with Sentinels and their contracts won't be up until 2026, so they'll be in the Sentinels roster for quite some time, unless things don't go as planned. I'd say their chance of leaving is 5%. Next up, we're going full cinema mode as we talk about JohnQT. And this movie? It's a mystery. I tried so hard to dig up when John's contract is set to end, hoping to connect some dots, but I couldn't find the info anywhere. This guy is pure cinema. He keeps the audience hooked, even in the most mundane moments. He and Zellsis are the team's boomers, which might mean their days are numbered, or maybe not. Just look at FNS, still grinding his way to the top. Anyway, there are barely any signs that John is retiring, so I think we can safely assume he's sticking around for now. I'd say his chance of leaving is 10%. I think I forgot to mention the biggest reason why so many people believe a roster change is inevitable.
Yes, you did! Yes, you did!
Even if it's not happening anytime soon. There are quite a few hints floating around. Some people are taking this seriously while others think it's a joke, but either way, we can't ignore the fact that Reduxx is now with Sentinels and there's no chance they're letting him go. They're also not going to keep him on the bench for long. He'll be eligible to play in Tier 1 by April, and we'll have to see what happens then. It feels like Sentinels are cooking up something spicy, and when it's Sentinels, we all know it's going to be big.
Yeah, boy.
Anyway, let's move on. Speaking of Zellsis, he's up next on our list to talk about. Zellsis has made it clear he has no plans to leave Sentinels. He tweeted that he intends to keep playing for as long as possible and has no intention of retiring. This significantly lowers the likelihood, if it doesn't completely shut down the possibility, of Zellsis being the one to leave. Sentinels have done right by him, and he's done right by them. You can't deny that he played an integral role in promoting the Sen bundle. I've seen tweets from fans suggesting they want Zellsis replaced due to his frequent whiffs, deaths, and other missteps. While there's some truth to this, we as fans only see the tip of the iceberg when it comes to how the team operates. We really don't know how integral the Vibes Merchant is as one of the team's leading voices. That said, Zellsis' situation is quite tricky. On paper, he's the most prone to underperforming. If he does underperform, it could be problematic, especially with Reduxx waiting in the wings. Sentinels could easily swap the two, which might push Zellsis closer to retirement.
How many times do I have to say this?
I'm not tired!
However, I firmly believe that Zellsis is a pro player through and through, and I have confidence that he can address the issues he faced last year. After all, their goal is to win champs. I'd estimate the chances of Zellsis leaving the team at 20%. Did you all think Zekken was next? Well, not quite. First, we need to talk about Reduxx. Yes, he's the sixth man, but he has the potential to be a superstar duelist. No one can predict the future, but if he gets tired of sitting on the sidelines, there's a chance he might force Sentinel's hand. But let's take a step back for now. Reduxx won't turn 18 until April, and by that time, we'll be in the middle of the season. It would be quite awkward if there were a roster shakeup then. Plus, they have already planned things out.
I'm not sure. I think I could say this, but I will be loaning to a Tier 2 team. I don't know which team yet, but I have an idea of who I want to play with.
I'd say Reduxx has a low 5% chance of leaving the team. Alright, everyone, it's time for the main event. This is the moment you've been waiting for.
So then, let's say you win champs.
Yeah.
What then?
High-key might retire. Because if we win champs, then I've done everything that I'd want to do in this game. So I'd only be a year behind if I went to college.
Yeah.
So I honestly might if we win champs. But if we did win, I would consider it. Because I beat the game. That's it.
Honestly, after seeing this clip from Ravishing Ravish, I wouldn't be surprised if Zekken retires after they win champs in 2025. Or even if they don't. Did you see how stone cold his expression was when he mentioned the high possibility of retirement? To me, he looks dead serious about it. There's a reason Sentinels brought in a duelist main as their sixth man. Plus, there's that tweet about Zekken's contract that's eerily reminiscent of when TenZ extended his contract for another year. Ideally, if I were the Sentinels organization and had the option, I would sign Zekken until 2026, aligning his contract with the expiration dates of most other players on the team. So this 1-year contract extension had me raising my eyebrow. And let's be real, you can't deny how Zekken has been performing lately. It seems like something inside him has awakened.
Or maybe it was already awake, but just chugged some more hopium and got even more buffed.
Even though these are just off-season matches, Zekken looks like a man on a mission, absolutely wrecking anyone who stands in his way. He's truly looking unstoppable right now, and I can only hope we get to see this kind of otherworldly performance when the VCT 2025 season kicks off. We all know Zekken loves to joke around, but let's revisit that clip. It would be one thing if he just mentioned the retirement and left it at that, but he followed up with his reasoning, which suggests he's given it a lot of thought.
So whether Zekken stays or leaves, his recent performance is setting the stage for a wild ride ahead for Sen fans. Keep your eyes glued on Zekken, because this VCT season could very well be his farewell tour. I truly believe he's got a strong shot at becoming Valorant's undisputed GOAT. Sen fans, this season is going to be legendary, and I know I'll be cherishing every moment. And I know you will too. So with all that said, I think Zekken has a 50-50 chance of leaving. Whether someone leaves or not, the Sentinel super team is going to be absolute cinema. They're building something special, and no matter what happens, it's going to be an absolute spectacle. But hey, speaking of super teams, you might want to check out the video on the top right about why super teams rarely work. If it's not up yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it. And if you enjoy this one, hit the like button to let me know.